Life really is all about fun. Ask the young kids, they understand. They're going from one fun thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And truly, it's the lighthearted approach where you're just trying to have fun that gets you to be able to connect to source, that gets you connected in the vortex, because there is this source energy. And it's crazy because it's really unfathomable. Like, why would anyone not connect to source energy? You have this leverage to the energy that creates worlds, and that's who you are. You're meant to be source energy while you're still in this physical body, because if you really truly were, and you are wanting to be non-resistant, then you would have stayed in the non-physical, but you came here to mix it up, to gather data, to come to your own conclusions, to sift through the contrast, to literally collect data and understand, this is what I don't want, so this is what I do want. And then you created this whole vortex. You created this vortex that you created over and mastered and crafted over many, many lifetimes. And a lot of these intentions that you're now embodying, these are intentions that you walked into this life with. And it's really interesting because it's all really about fun. You see, there's two different vibrational stances that you can have. Oh, I'm just trying to have fun. It just feels good. And immediately you'll go into the vortex. But when you start talking about things like, oh, I want to prove my worth. I want to, I'm here for a greater purpose. I want to fulfill my greater purpose. I want to fulfill myself. I want to make something of myself. Now you're throwing many things on your trail. You're throwing things of unworthiness. You're talking about the absence of things that you don't have. You're talking about other people giving you something that they can't really give you because they're not your guidance system. They're not your source energy. They're not the pain that your guidance system is literally relative to, which is very interesting. Source energy, the thing about source energy is that it's so easy to connect to. And truly, your life experience, the reason why you chose to come here is just to feel good. It's just for joy and expansion. But most of all, it's the exact same reason why you go on vacation. It's for the thrill of the ride. It's all for the fun. And when you really are here for the fun, then you get the cart before the horse, because now you're unconditional. Now you're not walking around here trying to prove your worthiness, trying to make things happen with your grit. And you're not yearning, you're in pure desire. Your point of attraction is strong. Your allowing is strong. Your ability to go into the vortex and out of the vortex and back into the vortex is at an all-time high, because you will care about how you feel. You understand how it all works. It really is all about the fun. For all of your desires are inevitable, and it's not even something that we have to promise you, because your desires are so inevitable that literally the second that you have what is called your death experience, you release all the resistance that you created or you crafted, that you carried around with you as a result of this life experience, and you experience all of that at once. You become the vibrational equivalent, a match to all of your desires, and it all comes like a rush, and it's a surprise. And then you come back into this body again to enjoy everything, because contrast truly is it's like the fuel that continue, that keeps you going, and you have to enjoy the contrast. What contrast is knowing what you don't want, so now you know what you do want. It's like that proclamation of desire, that new insight that you came to, that new preference that was just born as a result of, maybe it's a problem, maybe it's something that's unwanted, but you can't get it wrong. And so this source energy is so interesting because it's not far away. It's not even somewhere that you have to go to. Your source energy is here right now with you. And do you know what source energy is thinking? Source energy is thinking, wow, it's so interesting to have a body, it's so interesting to have eyes. Your source energy is literally reveling as your source energy, and all of non-physical energy is literally being able to translate this entire 3D world in tangible forms, in a tangible way, because to non-physical, they don't have a way of experiencing this leading edge environment without the extension of that humans are. That's what all of you are. You are the leading edge. And so everything really is for the fun of it. It really is. You came for the joy of creation. It was never meant to be hard, and it was never meant to be this thing that you just dragged on, because you really didn't come here to stay forever. You came here to get it going well, and as soon as you were ready to dip and go to the next one, you would go, because you didn't come here forever. You came here for the fun of expansion, and we think it's time for you to go with this expansion. It's time for you to go and have fun and to find the ease that truly is your life experience when you are rocking and rolling with source energy. There's nothing more spiritual. When we're talking about life, the meaning of your life, there's really nothing more spiritual than feeling good. There just isn't. Feeling good is so fun, and it's who you are. And if you're thinking, well, feeling good, there must be something more important, then you haven't really been in your now moment and really known that you've connected to source and seen through this world through the eyes of source. because you're going to see things. It's going to feel different. The colors, everything feels different. It feels like you're more than who you are. And that's truly what this whole conversation of law of attraction is about. It's about you being who you really are. Because you not being who you really are is the reason why you're so tired. It's the reason why you're so irritable. And it's the true reason why that even when you look at the absence of your desire, that's the reason why you even have a gap. Because when you look at something that's vibrationally incompatible to your source, you split yourself from source. You have split energy. And as a result, you don't feel the love of source. You are on the leading edge. You're here on your own. And you really never came here to use your effort. You're using your effort in a way that you never planned to use. You're using your effort to be the engine, but you're not the engine. Law of attraction is the engine. And do you know what that means? Law of attraction is a momentumizer. It creates momentum. When you hold a thought for 17 seconds, then that thought gathers more thoughts that are similar like it. And now there's momentum. And by the time you hit the 68-second mark, now the translation process of a manifestation is beginning. And that's the thing about manifestations, is that the first manifestation, the first sign of your manifestation is truly the emotional manifestation. So it's like this. The first sign of your manifestation is the emotional manifestation. And as you enjoy the emotional manifestation, you keep enjoying, you keep talking about the uncondition of you keep reaching for the feeling of your desire, because it's absent right now. You see, there is this journey. You have this vibrational journey and you have this physical journey, and they're running cross current beside each other, side by side. And so we're trying to get you to love the vibrational journey, because we know that all you have to do is feel good, because you're going to, this is interesting, you are going to get to your desires no matter what. Even if that means you have to leave your body, even if that means leaving your body is the path of least resistance, you're going to get everything in your vortex. It's just how it all works. It's a law of attraction, because there's 2 points of relativity going on. They're your inner being and yourself right now. It's not about you and your mother, you and other people. It's about you and your source. So your source is really your source's opinion about things are really the only thing that matters. So while you're on this journey, you're on this physical journey, and while you're on this physical journey, you don't see any signs of your vibrational alignment with your desire. The only sign you have is an emotional manifestation. And here's the thing, you can't see the emotional manifestation, because in the emotional manifestation, it hasn't grown, it hasn't matured enough in its vibration for you to be able to see it, because the things that you're able to see, those vibrations are really mature, but it's still a translation of vibration. What you're seeing with your eye and what you're feeling with your solar plexus are all just really you translating vibrations. So while you're on this path, do you understand, the whole time you're on this path, you're not going to see any evidence, because by the time the manifestation comes, a lot of focus has undergone, a lot of momentum has happened, and you really did not contradict the thoughts. And here's the thing, that the manifestations, the physical manifestations, they come really fast. That's why people, they get overnight famous, and people will be like, wow, they're overnight famous, but truly they took a lot longer than they need to, because they were on this physical journey, and this whole time they were on this journey, they felt good about their desire, because that's what the vibrational journey is all about. It's literally just about feeling good. It's about telling stories of prosperity when you want money. It's about telling anything to your mind that makes it feel good, because that's what the vibrational journey states. It just states that from a low vibration, you just have to reach for the higher vibration, which is not the highest vibration, but maybe, from feeling anger, you feel frustrated, because you can't jump. Law of attraction won't let you jump really that high all the way to bliss. On this emotional scale, you have to be able to jump to the next step, to the next emotional step point, because you only have so many that are in your range as a result of law of attraction and momentum. So while you're on this journey, you're not going to see any evidence, and where we keep really punctuating that thought, because it's so true. Think about it. Imagine you're going from point A to point B, but when it's your GPS systems and you're inputting, you're going to imagine you're at home and point B is a library. We love going to the library here. And so yeah, we do. So while you're walking, you're walking to point B, there's nothing in this life that's more amazing than a desire that you can have, that's in your ability to believe it. You can believe it. It's not too hard to believe, because you understand, if I want to go to the library right now, I can just walk. I can take myself there. The library's open until 9 p.m. and I can go there and I can sit and I can have fun. So as I embark on this journey, this physical journey, the vibrational journey has already happened, because I already believe it. So I already have gone. There's on this vibrational journey. Maybe it's a chart. I already feel good. So I'm good on that. So emotionally speaking, I believe that I can get there. That my belief factor is in check. So now as I'm, doing this action that does feel inspired, it feels fun. It always feels like I'm floating to the library because it feels so good. But the whole time you're walking to the library, you're not at the library yet. But you're not freaking out. You're not standing right in the middle of the road and being like, whoa, I'm not at the library. And you don't freak out. You don't start heading back home because you think that you're never going to get back to the library. You're never going to get to the library because of your inability to see it. No. It's not like that. And we're saying it's the same thing with your manifestations, because once you have the emotional manifestation, then you know that you're on the right path. Then you know that not only that does because here's the thing, a negative emotion proves that there's a path that you are now on right now. And all signs lead to the fulfillment of the desire, fulfillment of the manifestation. Because if this time and space can inspire the desire, it can give you the means for anything. And we mean literally anything. So 99% of your desire, of your manifestation, is completed vibrationally before you see any evidence. Because like you said, by the time you see any evidence, it's already too late, because it's manifested right in front of you. It's like, how do you know you're ready for a desire? Because it's there in front of you. Otherwise, you have to practice getting ready. Otherwise, it's your job to get ready. And so you're on the journey of your lifetime. Truly you are. And maybe you don't see evidence right now, but that doesn't mean that you're not going in the right direction. And that doesn't mean that, because here's the thing, mostly, and we say this we know the law of attraction, and we know where all of you are in relationship to all of your desires, and we know the path of least resistance to get you there. And that's our intent, to gradually take you there, to beam the signal of the vortex, so you can find and feel and hear the calling of your inner being, so that you can go into the vortex and you can get an impulse from your inner being. And you know that it's your inner being because it didn't come from your mind. You're so close to manifestation because so much has already happened in the process. You already wanted it, you had a desire, it went into the vortex, your inner being became the vibrational equivalent of it, your inner being held focus to that desire, and it was not flippity flop like you are. And so as a result, the cooperative components were assembled, and so the calling is there. Your inner being is saying, you come here, and all you have to do is just feel good. And when you feel good, you and your inner being, you are one point of attraction. You are now one. And how amazing is that? Because when you're one point of attraction, there's no doubt in your mind. You're not seeing absence. You're fully in the vortex, and you're one with source energy. And it's evidenced by all the amazing emotions that you feel, like happiness, appreciation, and passion. You know that when you're in the vortex, you can't help but see the beauty in everything, because the second you try to see a flaw in something, you leave the vortex. And so you got to become very sensitive to your emotions, because your emotions are everything. You have to begin to take score of your emotions, because you have to begin to take score of where you are vibrationally. You have to begin to quantify your journey from point A to point B, from where you are right now to the library, because your emotions are the only way that you can quantify. Because do you understand what we said? We said that once you feel good about your desire, you're on the right path. But if you start to look at reality too soon, if you look for the evidence of your manifestation right now, then you're not going to see the manifestation, and then you're going to freak out, and that introduces resistance, and that stops you from being able to get all the way to the finish line. And when we mean finish line, we mean to the full physical manifestation, because ultimately you came for physical manifestation. So while you're there at the point of manifestation, it's because it's logical to, it's ready. It's not like, oh my God, it's so big, and not, oh my God, my life has changed. It just feels like, yeah, I'm like, this is a result of my steady focus. I was a match to this, because a happy journey leads to a happy ending, a happy destination. So you have to begin tracking your progress vibrationally, because you're not going to see evidence until it's manifested for everyone to see. But how are you going to know? How are you going to be able to use the science? How are you going to be able to tell what's there for you? Because when you're having fun, you feel lighthearted, and it's easy. You're like, well, I understand this. I don't see my desire right now, but I'm not going to trip because I feel good about it. I have the vibrational essence of it. So yes, it's absent right now, but it's not vibrationally absent. I know I'm heading in the right direction because this thought right here it feels so good, and it feels so easy for me to think this thought, and I feel so good. And source energy is me, and I'm source energy, and it's so easy to connect. It's so easy to have a good life. It's so easy to be one with source, and I can tell that this is who I am. I can tell that I'm one with source right now in this moment, and this is my life purpose right here. This is why I came, because there's nothing more fun than having a voice and being able to literally speak out loud, and to have this tactile experience that is so one of a kind, to be the unique expression of source energy that I am, that I offer to this mix of energy that is this world. And I love that I can be an influencer. I love that I can be an influencer of well-being, simply just by living my best life, simply by choosing a better feeling thought, simply by choosing to love instead of hate, and to love instead of thinking thoughts that don't feel good, because those thoughts that don't feel good, they're bogus, and I know that they're all lies. And yes, reality is enamoring, but I know now more than ever. I know now more than I ever have. There's this journey, and I'm doing really well on this journey because I feel really good. And I'm gonna take less score of where I am physically, and I'm going to take more score of where I am emotionally. For that is the reason why I came here, and that's the reason why that's the benefit of me understanding law of attraction. And life is so good, and I'm understanding everything, and I'm getting better at all this, and I'm getting so unconditionally good at my alignment. And I am very unconditional on my alignment now, because I know that I can feel however I want to feel, and everything that I want is for the emotion anyways. And I have mastered the emotion. I feel what I want, and so I don't doubt that I can get there. I know that I can get there, because when on the other side of the stick of all my desires is clarity, on the other side of the stick is passion. I have passion, I have clarity. It's easy. It's so easy to connect to source energy. It's so easy to have a good life. It's so easy to have fun, because I'm really here for fun. I'm here for fun. I'm not here for the marks on the chart. I'm not here for what they think about me. I'm just here for me and my connection to source energy. And right now I'm connected. So bring it on, universe. Bring it on, and let's have some fun. Let's make some statements of desires. Let's start the party. More like we are the party. The party has started, and it's so fun to join. It's so fun to join this party, and life feels good, and the crowd goes wild.